When someone keeps making the same mistakes over and over again, it's no longer a mistake, it's a habit. And I think we all know that Meghan Markle has quite a few bad habits. One of them is the woman doesn't listen, and two, she never learns. Rumor has it that Meghan Markle has abandoned ship. She has dumped American Riviera Orchard, better known as DOA. Now, we all knew that this was bound to happen after Meghan Markle's many failed attempts to gain her trademark, and by the tumbleweeds, blow it over there on her Instagram that has been dead as a doornail for almost a year. So RIP to ARO. We're adding a new plot to the graveyard of Meghan Markle's broken dreams. Let's just say, y'all, it's getting a little full in there. But like a phoenix rising from the ashes, has Meghan Markle rebounded with a brand new brand on the horizon? Rumor has it she has a brand new company called As Ever. Well, that has me saying as if. Y'all, we got a lot to talk about today, so you know what to do. Sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. Now, before we get into today's video, I wanted to give a shout out to Stephen Magnus. You always provide many of us YouTubers with a lot of really interesting insight and information. So thank you for that to Stephen. Secondly, I found a YouTube channel that Stephen had referred me to. Her name is Think Beautiful. She's a lady from Australia. She has amazing videos. I just discovered her today. So go over and subscribe to her, guys. She only has a little over 2,000 subs, but she does amazing videos. So I want to give her credit because she has uncovered quite a few things. So when I say Meghan Markle never learns from her mistakes, y'all, this woman doesn't. She continues to make the same elementary mistakes over and over and over again. It's embarrassing. It's like, how does someone with all of her money, with all of her fame, with all of the people that she has on her team keep effing up so bad? Now, if you're new to my channel, you may not know that I do have a very strong business and marketing background. As a matter of fact, I have owned and run several businesses. I do have an MBA, and I own 2 trademarks and a copyright. So when it comes to marketing, when it comes to business, and when it comes to trademarks, I do know what I'm talking about because I do have experience. So this is why I'm stunned. Why this woman keeps repeating the same elementary mistakes. And she didn't just do the mistakes with American Riviera Orchard. She has repeatedly done this with almost every single one of her brands. That is why this woman has a graveyard of things that she has abandoned, because Meghan Markle has what we call a minimum wage work ethic, but she wants $1 million business. You cannot have a $1 million business with a minimum wage work ethic. And that's not me putting anyone down who makes minimum wage. What I'm saying is this woman doesn't work. She wants the reward before she plants the seeds. She wants to pick the fruit before the trees have even been planted. You have to do the work. There's no such thing as an overnight success. I think we all know that. So Meghan Markle is just relying on her titles, her fame, her connections, and she wants quick, go out and buy my product and make me famous, and quick, buy my product and make me rich. It doesn't work that way. Very few celebrities have actually translated into multi-million-dollar and billion-dollar businesses. She wants to be an overnight success. Like, people look at Jessica Simpson as a dumb blonde. That woman has built almost $1 billion industry. Then you have people like Paris Hilton. Again, she's worth almost $1 billion. Then you have Gwyneth Paltrow with Goop, and people made fun of her vagina candle. But guess what, sweetheart? That was her best-selling product, and she's made millions of dollars off of the vagina candle. Not that I would buy it, but I'm just saying. They're not dumb blondes. Then you have Meghan Markle, who just walks in and says, okay, I want that. Let's duplicate that. But those women have actually worked and built empires, okay? And they actually invested their own money. Meghan Markle doesn't have the money to invest. So now we have Meghan Markle, who keeps making the same mistakes over and over again, even though she has a whole team of people supposedly surrounding her. Again, I don't think her staff likes her. Seriously, why does she keep effing up so badly? Not only has she messed up American Riviera Orchard to the point of embarrassment and quietly having a funeral for this brand, she has messed up Archwell. The first time they tried to get Archwell approved, it got denied because they didn't pay, they didn't sign. You know what I mean? And they did this again with Archetypes, tried to trademark a name that was already trademarked. Then they had the whole fiasco with American Riviera Orchard. And again, I have an entire playlist that you can watch here on my channel where I go through everything, step by step, what this woman did as a mistake. There's a whole playlist. You can go and check them out. So the fact that she's done it again, it's not surprising. So I don't know who it was who uncovered it, so I can't give credit to who it was. But Stephen had provided me with some information about the trademark application for the word as ever. Now there's two different ones. There's one in cursive and there's one in bold print, and there's a logo. So there was an application that was put on the 13th of October, 2022. And you guys, I can't. It was declined because it was unsigned. Again, does that sound like Meghan Markle to you? Yes, it does. This woman doesn't know how to do anything. Does she know how to wipe her own ass before she walks out the door? Like, I'm not trying to be rude here, but literally, she has done this at least on 3 different applications. Doesn't know how to sign nor pay the correct fees. Again, do you not have a lawyer? Do you not have an assistant? Do you not have an agency to help you with your trademark? How do you not sign an application? So apparently she tried to do this back in October of 2022. Now I have some very interesting theories about this, but we will revisit that after I get through the next bit. So then, okay, so let's put that in your hat. In October of 2022, she first applied and it was denied because it was, quote, unsigned. In September of 2024, they did it again. They resubmitted the application. So what's interesting about September 2024? Well, remember, ARO debuted, I think, in March of 2024. Can y'all believe it's been almost a year? Almost a year. Next month is a year. Wow. All of a sudden in September, she decides, okay, we need to try again, dust off this old trademark that we tried to do 2 years ago, and let's quickly try to get this passed. I believe she tried to do that because they realized it wasn't going to happen with ARO, because remember, Harry and David fought the application and they had all those other issues about American Riviera being a geographical location, and the list goes on. You can go, again, check out my other videos. So she submitted the application on the 13th and the 18th of September, one as bold print, and then the second one was her calligraphy. So she has all bold as ever, and then the second one is, uppercase A, and then everything else is lowercase. I find that very interesting. Then she also submitted her logo, which had a palm tree and 2 lovebirds. Now, to me, they look like mockingbirds, but whatever. We'll get into that in a minute. So what is the significance of that? Well, one, I think it's because Meghan knew she was going to dump American Riviera Orchard, that it was DOA. So I believe that her and Netflix were scrambling, trying to get some kind of trademark. Now, I believe it's still pending. It's not live because it takes almost 12 months to get a trademark, but apparently this one is not having as many issues as American Riviera Orchard, so this could be green lighted a lot faster. Now, I don't know if this is going to be on her product inside of the Netflix store. So when I say that Meghan Markle and her team continually make the same mistake over and over again, they really do. Someone fumbled the bag again, and I don't know who discovered this, so hats off to whoever did. But of course, they found that Meghan Markle had relaunched a rebrand under As Ever. And there's a big launching page graphic with Meghan. It says, as ever, established 2024, not 2025. And it says, save your seat at the table. Because we all know Meghan Markle on that damn seat at the table. She's got to have a seat at the table. Now, again, someone on her team had a big oopsie because apparently this was not supposed to be released, or maybe they didn't think anyone would notice, but we did. We certainly did. Now, people did spot her logo, and I have to tell you, again, this woman does not have an original bone in her body. She literally copied the coat of arms from a city, I hope I pronounce it right, Perez, Mallorca in Spain. It looks identical. She just changed out the birds. So instead of doves or lovebirds, she has maybe mockingbirds. Again, this logo from a branding perspective, it makes no sense. To me, this looks like clothing, like a Tommy Bahama. He has palm trees because he's called Tommy Bahama. It kind of goes with his brand. But for this, does this look like cookware? The name As Ever for cookware. It's bizarre. I feel like Meghan Markle is permanently trapped as a 15-year-old teenager. She thinks that she's 15. As ever, Meghan, with love, Meghan. And she wears those little teensy tiny jewelry pieces that young girls in their 20s wear. I'm sorry, but ladies, when you become a duchess, a mother over the age of 40, you need to gradually update your wardrobe from the ripped jeans and the tank tops, Meghan. Wear elegant pieces, designer pieces. Less is more. But this woman wears rings on every finger, these cutesy little rings and these little necklaces that teenagers and girls in their 20s wear. Meghan Markle hasn't learned how to elevate her style. Maybe she needs to add a little mint to her wardrobe and needs to elevate it. But again, this is a woman who thinks she's 15. If you watch her on the red carpet, she acts like she's going to prom and she's giggling with her girlfriend and she's holding her hand, hiding behind her friend like, we're going to prom. And then she's dancing at tables at an event. She acts like she's a teenager. There's no class, no sophistication. You would never see Catherine act like that. I'm not saying you can't have fun with your friends at a party behind closed doors. Everyone needs to be fun and silly, but this was on a public red carpet. And you're calling yourself the Duchess of Sussex. You're married to the fifth in line to the throne, and you look like a showgirl. All you needed was your briefcase. But this giggling teenager, as ever, Meghan, it's like as if from Clueless. Like, gag me with a spoon. Oh my God, Meghan. It's like you're supposed to be a sophisticated 43, 44-year-old mother of two royal duchess. As ever. It's just so immature. It makes no sense from a branding perspective. Why the hell would you come up with as ever? I would have assumed she would have done with love, Meghan. With love, even that was cheesy, but that was cuter than as ever. Again, it's as if. To me. Now, the interesting thing, of course, besides this logo, which makes zero sense, is the dates. I feel like Meghan was really planning to launch a lifestyle brand much sooner, but then the Queen died. Kind of put a little chink in her plans. If y'all remember a couple of years ago, they were talking about the year of visibility for Harry and Meghan. All steam ahead, Harry and Meghan, right? They were pushing forward with all of their stuff. And of course, this is right when they came out with the Harry and Meghan documentary, came out, I believe, in November of 22. Spare came out in January of 2023. So they were going to have a year of visibility. and then a year of redemption where they were going to ask for forgiveness. Do y'all remember that? That was a rumor that happened, gosh, almost 3 years ago now, if you can believe it. So again, it was supposed to be Meghan Markle's year in 2022. Now that's the year that she finally released Archetypes, R-I-P, the Archetypes. I believe that came out in August of 2022. Then she sat down for The Cut. Remember that magazine where the lady talked about Meghan making her sounds, guttural sounds? That was hilarious. That came out in August of 22. And then unfortunately, Her Majesty the Queen passed away in September of 2022. Kind of threw a little wrench in Maggie Poo's plans. And of course, you know, she did delay her podcast like a week or something after that. Now, in the interview for The Cut, if y'all remember, Meghan was like, I have a lot to say, and I didn't sign an NDA, and I have all these diaries. Literally threatening the royal family like a month before the Queen passed, okay? And then she told that little secret, I'm going back to Instagram. Shh, don't tell anybody. But she just told the magazine, I'm back on Instagram. And that's when she came up with that flower account. Y'all remember that? And now that's the Meghan account. She was planning to go back to social media because she wanted to have a year of visibility. She wanted to come back in 2022. She wanted to be the influencer. She wanted to be the I'm a mom. She wanted to be a podcaster. She was going to come up with this As Ever brand. But I think it got kiboshed because the Queen died. Now, granted, she still did the Archetype podcast, but I think everything else after got kiboshed. And then, of course, they had the documentary for Harry, Meghan, and Spare came out and kind of overshadowed everything. And I believe that's why it was shelved. This is my opinion. But now Meghan is desperately trying to, assert herself as a single woman in charge, an entrepreneur, and a dolphin investor, right? She doesn't want to be the salt and the pepper, the peanut butter and the jelly of Montecito. She wants to be Meghan. Just Meghan. Like Cher, Madonna, Meghan. But now it's As Ever, Meghan. Lord have mercy. Grow up, Meghan. Okay? Seriously, you're not a teenager anymore. So these little antics on Instagram where she does those little videos dancing around like a teenager. I think Meghan, again, in her head is just permanently 15 or 20. It's like, honey, you are 20 years too late for that. That ship has sailed. So she's trying to be the Instagram influencer now, because she hasn't been able to do it for the past 5 years. She's really itching. So now this brand, it's so weird, As Ever. I just think it's a horrific name. I think the logo is horrific. I think the timing, they're desperate because Netflix needs to get this off the ground. So it'll be very interesting to see what they actually come up with if they push it through, because as far as I know, this trademark is not active. It's still pending. Because remember, it takes up to 12 months to get a trademark, and that's with no pushback. She didn't even sign the damn application, y'all. Literally didn't sign it the first time. Again, the woman makes elementary mistakes. So I don't know, guys. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think of this name? Do you think it's going to stick? Do you think it's going to show up in the Netflix shop? Again, it doesn't make sense because her show is called With Love, and now it's As Ever is her brand. Make it make sense. Leave me your comments, guys, down below. As always, I don't know if I should say as ever. As always, thank you for stopping by my channel, and I hope to see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.